This PDS Trader overview video will cover the basics of the PDS Trader interface. Upon launching the PDS Trader, a data update begins. This update collects the option data for the strike intervals that are closest to being at the money. To determine how many intervals to use, select the configuration item in the menu strip. Select the desired number of in the money and out of the money strikes from at the money. While in the configuration area, set how frequently you would like the option data to update. Once your settings are complete, select Save. You will need to restart the program for these changes to take effect. To update the option data manually, simply select the Update Option Chain. The Opportunities tab contains the different strategies. The Strategy Types drop-down allows you to select which strategy you would like to view. Display Calls is for covered calls. Display Puts is for selling naked puts. You also have debit and credit calendar spreads and debit and credit vertical spreads. To change which columns are displayed, select the Column View button. Select the desired columns and move them into the Hidden Columns section. To re-add the column, simply select it and move it back to the Show Columns section. Select OK when complete. Certain columns are color-coded. To see what the color means, simply hover over the cell and a tooltip will give more detail. Each strategy type is automatically sorted differently by the most relevant statistic. For display calls, they are sorted by max flat gain from highest to lowest. To resort the opportunities, simply click the column you would like to sort by. Here, you can sort by the stocks alphabetically. To screen out opportunities that do not meet the standard, use the Filter Editor. Right-click any column header and select Filter Editor. We have included basic default filters in each strategy to weed out unnecessary opportunities. To adjust existing conditions, simply select the section and change the value, and then select Apply. To remove a condition, select the X next to it. To add a new condition, select the plus symbol. Change each section of the condition and then select Apply. These filters will be applied to all of the tabs for this strategy. They are also saved so that when you close and reopen the PDS Trader, the same filters will still be applied. Display calls and display puts are both sorted by max flat gain. This is the maximum return you can expect. The higher, the better. The protection value is the amount the market has to move against you for you to be at a break-even level. Calendar debit spreads are sorted by EV ratio from highest to lowest. The EV ratio is the extrinsic value of the option being sold divided by the extrinsic value of the option being purchased. This shows the relationship between the two values. The closer the two values are, the more narrow the spread is proportionally. Since the spread is also the maximum risk, this means that the higher EV ratios tend to have less risk associated with them. Calendar credit spreads are sorted by spread ratio from lowest to highest. This is the price of the option being purchased divided by the price of the option being sold. The credit is the maximum profit. Vertical spreads are both sorted by profit to risk percent. This is the maximum profit divided by the maximum risk, or debit for vertical debit spreads. The BE move is the break-even move, or how much the market needs to move against you for you to be at break-even. The BE level is the actual price the stock needs to be for you to be at break-even. The Auto Tracking module allows you to forward test option strategies. Locate the Tracking Scenarios tab. Start by selecting the strategy type and then enter the strategy name. Tracking conditions are built in a similar fashion as the Filter Editor conditions. Select the desired field. I'll select max flat gain is greater than 5%. Select Add to Entry to add the condition. There are a few different types of condition to build. Let's say I only want to track out of the money calls. I can enter price is less than strike. There are a few different types of conditions I could have built that way. For example, price is less than strike by $1, or price is less than strike by 10%. Certain strategies will require the stock to be trading less than a certain amount. Here I'll add price is less than $100. The default exit is at expiration, and this condition cannot be removed. The PDS Trader stops tracking an option on the date the option expires. However, other exit conditions can be added to stop tracking when such things as stops, limits, or large moves occur. To enter a limit, build the condition current option price is less than. At this point, decide on the rules. I'll do current option price is less than entry option price by 50%. This means that when the option has lost 50% of the value that it had when I entered the trade will close. Current option price is greater than entry option price by 50% functions the same, only as a stop. The last section to complete establishes which expirations to track. By default, all expirations that meet the entry conditions will be tracked. However, you can select to have only options that are expiring, for example, within the next 7 days, or select specific options. The strategy I've created will track all out-of-the-money call options that have a max flat gain greater than 5% if the stock price is less than $100. The track trades will close when the option value increases or decreases by 50% from the entry option price, or at expiration, whichever happens first. Select Save Strategy to begin tracking. Auto-tracking data only changes during trading hours. If you update the data 45 minutes after the market has closed, the auto-tracking data will not update to reflect the new data. Once a strategy has started tracking, it cannot be altered. To use a previously created strategy as a template for a new one, select Copy Strategy. This creates a new instance of the strategy, but you will need to enter a new strategy name. In this version of the strategy, we will track the same strategy, but see how it performs without the stop loss or limit. To delete a condition, simply uncheck it. Select Save when done. To create an additional strategy, select New up here. This brings back the initial screen to create a strategy. Once a strategy is saved, trades that meet the entry criteria will be placed in the Tracking tab. Select the strategy you wish to view in the Using Strategy dropdown. Options that are currently being tracked are in the Open Tracking section. Trades that met the exit criteria are moved into the Closed Tracking section. All of the statistics in the Stats section are based on the trades that have already been closed. To stop tracking a strategy, locate it in the Tracking Scenarios tab. Then select Delete at the bottom. This will remove all tracking data from the Tracking tab. The PDS Trader is able to place live trades through a Juno Trade account. If you log into the PDS Trader with your live account information, you will have an additional Trade button next to all opportunities. Enter the limit information or select At Market. Verify the trade details and then submit the order. In the Accounts tab, pending orders are placed in the Open Orders tab. From here, you can cancel the order if necessary. Existing filled trades are in the Open Positions tab. You can also add exit orders from this tab. Select the Exit button, then enter the stop or limit. If you place a stop or limit, it will remain in the Open Orders tab until it is filled or canceled. It is important to note that only trades placed through the PDS Trader platform will appear in the PDS Trader. You cannot enter a trade through another Juno Trade platform and have it appear in the PDS Trader. Additionally, if you have a trade that is open in the PDS Trader, but exit the trade through a different Juno Trade platform, the trade will appear open in the PDS Trader. If this type of syncing issue occurs, simply select Remove next to the unnecessary trade. This will remove it from the PDS Trader, but will not affect your Juno Trade account in any way. This concludes the PDS Trader Quick Start tutorial. Contact our support team at customerservice@paydaystocks.com if you have any additional questions. Thank you.